Some stories are just so terrifying. They haunt people for life. Here are 5 real horror stories that will make you sleep with the lights on. A woman lived alone in a small apartment. For weeks, she began hearing strange noises at night. Scratching sounds, creaking doors, and the faintest footsteps. Thinking it was just her imagination, she ignored it. Until one night, she decided to set up a hidden camera to catch the source of the noise. When she checked the footage in the morning, she couldn't believe her eyes. There, crawling out of her closet, there was a man watching her sleep for hours, just inches away, his eyes fixed on her. He had been living in her apartment, hiding in the closet. The footage was the last evidence she had. No one knows who the man was or how long he had been there. It was a regular night for a 911 dispatcher until she received a call from a woman screaming in terror. The dispatcher struggled to understand her, but the woman was clearly in distress, whispering, "He's here. He's in my house." The dispatcher tried desperately to calm her down, but the line went silent. Moments later, the woman's voice returned, now eerily calm. "He's gone," she said, "but he's left something for you." The call ended, and the dispatcher immediately alerted the police. When they arrived at the house, they find no sign of forced entry. However, in the woman's living room, there was a chilling message written in blood on the floor. "I'm always watching." That woman was never found. A teenage babysitter was watching a young child at the house on the outskirts of town. Everything seemed normal until the phone rang. A man's voice on the other end said, "I'm watching you." She dismissed it as a prank call, but then the phone rang again. This time, the voice was clearer and seemed to be closer. "I'm inside the house. Look at the children." Terrified, the babysitter rushed to the kids' room, only to find them safe and sound asleep. The voice then called again. "You need to leave now. I'm behind you." When the babysitter turned around, there she was face to face with a man in the hallway. The police later discovered that the man had been hiding in the attic the entire time, watching her every move. A truck driver was driving down a desert highway late at night when he saw a woman standing by the road hitchhiking. He stopped to offer her a ride. The woman, wearing a white dress, climbed into the truck. They didn't say much, but the driver noticed that she was eerily silent staring out the window. After 20 miles later, the truck driver turned to ask her if she was okay. But when he looked, she was gone. The seat was empty. He stopped the truck in shock, only to look down and find a piece of paper on the passenger seat with a note written in messy handwriting. I died on this road many years ago. The driver swore he saw her again in his rear view mirror, standing alone on the highway staring at him. A family had just moved into a new house, and at first everything seems perfect. However, at night they began noticing strange, shadowy figures in the windows. Every time they tried to investigate, the shadows would disappear. One night, the father decided to stay awake and catch the intruder. As the hours passed, he saw a tall, thin shadow move past the window. He rushed outside, but there was no one there. When he came back into the house, he noticed a photo of his family on the wall. Except the figure in the background was not anymore he recognized. It was a shadowy figure, standing in the exact spot he had been watching just moments before. The figure was still there when we checked the house again.